a lot of what we think is our personality is actually a set of self-stabilizing or self-protective behaviors. I'll give you an example. If you're watching this video, there's a chance you may not like people who are weird. You may find them off-putting. And ask yourself why. Seriously. Is it secondhand embarrassment? Okay, let's just say it's that. Is it, and if so, what is the embarrassment about? Or is it more like, the being seen with such a person, right? That having the proximity to them might make people think that you are like them. And so, in a way, the fear is self-protective. But I should ask you, notice how you are basing a great fear of yours, something, you're going out of your way to avoid a particular person that you could have a great connection with just out of fear. In a way, that fear is controlling or limiting the set of people who you can surround yourself with. Because I've talked to a lot of weird people. I'm a weird person myself, and they're often very, very interesting people. And in a lot of ways, I think part of the dislike of weird people is that they're trying too hard, or that they're acting as in a certain way for attention. But a lot of times they're acting that way because that's who they are. And so when you judge somebody for trying too hard, what makes you say that? Is it that they are trying too hard, or is that they're coming off as trying too hard? Because if you are curating yourself, if you are changing who you are fundamentally so as to be seen as a likable person, then I would say, that takes a great deal of effort. I mean, I'm sure you've gotten used to it, but generally speaking, I mean, it takes more energy than I'm sure you realize. And as you get older, it will be less metabolically expensive. But, you are a work in progress. And so, do you want to look back and say, oh, wow, that guy was an asshole? I don't think so. I'm sure you don't. But if you're watching this and you realize, oh wait, I have curated myself, ask yourself, who are you when nobody is watching? Who are you if not the people you surround yourself with? If you didn't have to worry about being likable, what kind of person would you be? And if you don't know, then maybe you should think about it. Of course, there's nothing wrong with not knowing. Tons of people don't know. You're not alone. It does not make you a bad person at all. But it's just something that could increase the quality of your life a lot. And I'm sure you're worried about being disliked. And so I won't tell you to kill the persona that you've created. But what I will tell you is, don't lie to yourself. That is such an important lesson. Honestly, you can do whatever you want. Obviously, there are consequences to your actions. But above all, if you lie to yourself, then the only person you're screwing over is yourself. Because then you won't know the truth. So if you've built your persona as a reaction to what is liked and what is not liked, then just name it. That's all you need to do, and learn to exit it. And maybe you do want to learn who you really are, then go for it. It's not my job to tell you how to do that. Nobody can tell you how to do that. The human race is not peaked. We don't know everything. As much as it seems that we do, right now we're just looking at one cultural snapshot. What we see as normal now was not normal 50 years ago, and it won't be normal in 50 years. There's nothing that makes our norms correct. There's just what we do. And some of it is functional, some of it is vestigial. Some of it we need to get rid of. But maybe you should try something new. Look for the things that you like. Do you like matcha, or do you like matcha because it's a social signal, right? I don't know. But try things that just for you. Because a lot of times being self-curated can come to bite you in the ass. Because there's a chance that you mess up and you lose your friends out of their fear. And it's like social suicide or whatever that might mean. And then you're just left with yourself. And you don't know what to do. So you could wait for such a moment to arrive, or figure out who you are. It's not something you need to figure out today, and it's not something you need to figure out tomorrow. Goodbye.